price just made a huge rejection on my entry.
So that was a lie.
So what does that mean? We're looking at Euro USD on the 1 hour time frame, and right now it's London session. I'm only trying to actually take advantage of this liquidity right here, but price rejected my entry, but I am still holding this trade very strong. Firstly, we're looking at the daily time frame, and right now price is going sideways. But the reason I'm actually selling on this price action is because price is already broken above that level, took out all the liquidity and came back inside, telling me that level is still holding strong, meaning buyers were rejected. And with that being said, price is now at the very same resistance, at the very same key level that actually holded that price very strong. I am now using that as confidence to actually look for sales. Now, when I go to my 4 hour time frame, I'm now seeing a short-term trend. Which is to the downside. And with that being said, taking that into consideration, price was going down on the daily time frame. Now, I can clearly see price has found a new liquidity area to actually take out again. So when price go to this AJOV level, which is your high areas of value, and price broke above and came back inside, confirming your AJOV in. Now, with that being said, I then start to look for my entries. But then how did I actually catch this entry? Simple. So on the 1 hour time frame, you can clearly see it, price was consolidating over here and broke this low. And when price broke this low, it's now telling me the price is trying to attempt to do lower lows. And we know in a downtrend, price does what? Lower highs and lower lows, lower highs and lower lows. And with that being said, what I'm actually looking for here was actually being confirmed by the breakout. When I got the breakout, I immediately entered on the trade, and then a few minutes later, price has rejected. And that's our current situation.
Wait a minute!
Welcome back. It's day 2. Not that I have any good news for you, because currently price is not doing what we want, and unfortunately my pockets are still empty.
Man, same old shit.
Daddy, chill.
We don't do that here.
Now, with that being said, let me show you what's actually happening. As you can see right now, price is not doing exactly as we wanted. We're about to go back to 0, and to be honest with you, I'm actually kind of used to that, because price can make your brain go crazy sometimes if you're not used to it. Not that it changes anything. To be honest with you, I'm seeing a very good sign right now. I'm seeing prices rejecting to actually go up, which actually tells me that price might try to actually do something like this. After that retest, and price might come back to this, right? And hopefully when that happens, I hate the word hope in trading, but just bear with me. Hopefully when that happens, price can actually break this level. And then when that happens, it's actually going to open the LLV to actually show you what we're actually targeting, because we hardly spoke about that, right? Here's what we're actually targeting, right? We're targeting price to actually come to these levels over here, which may actually take weeks, considering this is actually the H4 time frame, and these levels are not just your daily levels, they are weekly levels, right? So you can imagine what price will actually have to go through before price actually gets there, right? How many pullbacks do you think we need to actually psychologically survive before price actually gets there? But I'm hoping we are actually going to see that through. But to be honest with you, looking at how price is actually moving right now, I don't even think we're going to survive even managing this as a break even, because price must actually break out above here, breaks above here, right? The probability of price hitting our stop loss is very huge. And
What?
How? Hold on, bro. How?
to be honest with you guys, I've already anticipated this like way before, right? And I'm used to this. It's a numbers game, but I just want to make this exciting for you guys, right? So you guys saw how price rejected on our entry, and if you look pretty closely, right, immediately after that rejection, what did price do? Price immediately shot back down, right? Now this show, right, that this liquidity that was being swept over here was actually a good sign, right? Was actually a good sign for us, because remember, if you go back to our daily time frame, liquidity is already being swept on the higher time frame, and price is heading to the downside. We just don't know how it's going to get there, and that's actually the hard part when you just go into your small time frames and trying to find the best time, right? Now, as you can see right now, price can just go back, hit our stop loss, and still come back down with the head and shoulders. That's my point, right? We just don't know the right time. But we actually entered this with the what? With the actual psychology of history data, meaning we know what we're doing because it actually happened before.
What is he doing?
He's beginning to believe.
taking that into consideration, as you can see, price might actually come back, do a head and shoulders. This actually happens. You don't want to find yourself taking more orders. You want to be prepared. Price may not actually do what you want, and you need to be at peace with that. So, to be honest with you guys, that's actually our current situation, right? Price is coming back to retest our entry. We're still in profits, as you can see, but we now being actually pessimistic and realistic with the situation. That's our current situation.